Great. Cornhole with Smooth, bringing the community together, one bag at a time. What's up, y'all? This is Jay Smooth, and that is
Alisse Whitelaw.
And it's another episode of Cornhole with Smooth, the podcast. Today, we got a very special guest on. Go ahead, Alisse, take over.
This is April with VibeWell Fitness, and she is graciously letting us use her studio today, which is located in St. Louis, which is Jay and mine's stomping grounds.
Yeah, the Lou, baby. Yeah, so we are really honored, to have you on today. So this is April. VibeWell Fitness is in the building, sitting down having a smooth conversation with us today.
And so happy to be here.
How are you doing today?
I am well. I am blessed. I am grateful to be here with you both.
Amazing. So, April, tell everybody out here in the cornhole world about yourself.
Okay, well, since we are in St. Louis, I will just go ahead and throw in, I am born and raised in St. Louis on the south side. Yes, so specifically Dutchtown, for those are familiar with St. Louis City. I've lived all around St. Louis City, and, a little more about me, obviously. I have a very strong passion for fitness, wellness, all things health, longevity, living our most vital lives. I am in my mid-40s, which sometimes still shocks me. I'm like, where did the time go? But yeah, I've worn a lot of different hats in life. I was a radio DJ at one point, a makeup artist at another.
Oh, wow.
I was in the nonprofit sector for a while, and now I've been in corporate HR for almost a decade.
Wow.
And so just circling, I guess, tying it into VibeWell Fitness, sometime during the pandemic when we were all locked down, the idea came to me because I had been teaching in gyms, local gyms around St. Louis, for almost a decade at that point, in various formats. But with the pandemic coming along, you couldn't go to the gym. Everyone's at home on their phone. And I, myself personally, was like, okay, I still got to work out, right? So I started watching YouTube and working out with you people on YouTube. But I noticed, there was a little bit of a gap, a little hole for women in their 40s and beyond. The workout's not really geared toward them. And while it's awesome and fun and gives you something to kind of aspire to watch these young, super fit ladies, it's like, well, where are the real women? Where are the women, with busy lives and managing households and with kids, and like, show me those women who are still
you feel relatable
jobs, that are still, prioritizing this as a lifestyle.
Right.
And I wasn't seeing a lot of it. I kind of had to dig. So I just wanted to create one more space for women for that.
That's awesome. So from your background and your work history, it doesn't sound like fitness falls into that. So is it kind of like a self-taught type thing?
So I've always, since high school, I've always just had the mind to work out, take care of your body. I don't come from a family of that mindset at all. Everyone's, is standard American diet, which the acronym is SAD, right? Because it's sad, right? It's just processed food and fast food and just unhealthy, quick, whatever you can get. So not focusing on real food, no one really working out, people just watching TV in my family, but something in me did not want that for myself. So it's just at 15 or so, I just started working out, doing my own thing, and I always had all my life. Now, life gets in the way sometimes. Sometimes you fall off, but it's been a pretty constant throughout my life, and I've, looked for people to connect with in that thread and wanting to continue to do that.
Do you feel like having this platform keeps you more not necessarily motivated, but on track to where you feel like it's something that it keeps you focused on doing it as well?
Yeah, for sure. No one's perfect. I battle the sugar demon daily, right?
Yep.
But it's like I wanna walk it like I talk it, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
like I don't want to be telling people you do this, do that, and then here I am over here living some different way.
Right.
So it's important for me to be real. It's important to share my struggles. I want to hear other people's struggles, and just it's.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna piggyback off what she said about focus. Like, what was your turning point to get you to the point and say, okay, I want to help, you know, the mature audience, you know, with, you know, health and wellness, right?
Yes.
So what was that turning point in your life to say, okay, this is my time to do this?
Yeah, so in my mid 40s now, I'm living in that space, so I know how it is. It's not when you were in your 20s and you can just shovel down donuts and whatever and all this fast food and get hardly any sleep and just, you know, you can just lose weight that easy. And or it's not even just about losing weight. It's not, you know, when we're that young, we just don't always realize the importance of taking care of our bodies so that they will take care of us. The older you get, the more you realize. And again, just circling back to pandemic times, I was searching for it. And I'm like, well, I want more people of that mindset my age. And I'm not seeing a lot of it. There's some, but it's not enough.
Right.
Yeah.
Because I think as women in this age, we're taught to really put others first, and you're last on your list, and then you kind of fall by the wayside. So I want to encourage, support, and provide inspiration to women to, you know, put that intention around themselves, around that self-care, and, you know, what can you do to be your best self and live the longest, not only lifespan, but it's also health span, you know, that goes along with that.
So it sounds like you're supporting all women. I mean, you're gearing obviously towards 40 and older, but do you find like your audience is like younger also engaging in your videos
They are, you know, because YouTube does kind of show us, you know, who's actually checking out. So I've got a fair amount of the ladies in their 20s and 30s, and some of the men too. And I'm like, okay, well, great, come on, because I want anybody to prioritize and take care, you know. So if something in me is encouraging you, then let's go. But yeah, there's a fair amount. The bulk do seem to be in the 40s, but then I have some in the 50s and the 60s, which I love. I love to see. Yeah.
That's
so
amazing.
Sorry, Jay, I'm taking over here.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
I know. So you do like a wide variety of like different types of exercises. So you do like your yoga, HIIT, strength training.
Yes.
How do you feel what you're doing for your target audience is different than what other people might be doing?
So I'm noticing on a lot of channels, you know, this is just a yoga channel, so they're just doing yoga, and I understand that if you're wanting to draw a certain crowd, but what's really important is integrated wellness, total health, you know, so you can't just do yoga, you can't just do strength training, you can't just do cardio. Each one serves a different purpose. So I am trying to, you know, put all of it in my channel so that you know you can come here for a variety of things, and you really need to do them all, which, you know, that can be challenging because time is a challenge, but it is important to incorporate all elements.
Do you find that one is more popular on your videos than another one might be?
So the strength training videos do well, which I'm really glad to see, because you know, muscle in our body is longevity gold. The more muscle you have, the longer you will live. Okay, it's a fact. Like,
yeah, I heard that.
Yes. So build the muscle, and when you're building muscle, it's also that you get cardio in with that as well. And the cool thing about having more muscle mass is that's the more calories you burn at rest. Like you may be having a Netflix night or whatever, or running the kids' hair here and there, but at least the more muscle your body has, the more calories you're just burning at all times. So it is important to build that up.
I didn't even know that. So.
That's awesome.
Lift those weights.
Learn something new. But,
yes.
So we had a pre-show conversation upstairs, right? So we were just talking about like work-life balance.
Yes.
So, you know, there's a lot of people that struggles with, you know, that work every day 9 to 5, but they can't get into their work hours. What is some advice you can give people that has that issue right now? Because all of us have it, right? So can you give the audience, you know, some advice?
I have that issue too. So some days, you know, life is just lifing, okay? And you set out with the best of intentions, you know, and maybe you can't. But I think one of the really important things is to, if you can, try to start your day off right to set the tone for the rest of the day. So maybe you can't do 30 minutes of yoga or mobility exercises, but could you do 5 minutes minutes, even maybe laying in bed just before you get out of bed, to kind of stretch out your body and maybe get your mind right for the day ahead, and just really set those intentions.
Nice.
And if the day continuing, you thought you were going to do 45 minutes strength training at lunch, well, guess what? You can't anymore because this and that done came up. But can you maybe cut that down to 20 minutes?
Right.
And then maybe just focus on adding a little more on a less hectic day. The key takeaway, though, is that it's consistency that you really have to stay on. That is the most important thing. And what will happen sometimes is, well, I couldn't fit in anything, or I couldn't fit in my whole workout today, so I'm just not going to do it today because I guess today's just not a good day. And it's like, well, no, you can just do a little something, because it all does add up. And hell, if you get nothing else in, then just make sure you're park farther enough. Just park
Get
as
your
far
steps
as you
in.
can. You may be walking up the stairs, or choose to take the stairs. We
Right.
got to make some choices. Just drop your weight into your heels and squeeze through your glutes as you're walking up the stairs. Like, there's so many different little tricks.
Right.
And just thinking of the muscles. You're driving in your car, can you clinch and release your abs while you're driving? Just clinch and release.
The little things
Just
add
always
up.
be thinking, of what little things you can throw in.
Clinch and release.
Clinch and release.
That needs to be on a t-shirt.
Clinch and release.
Yeah,
yes.
I like it. I like it.
So we do a really quick, what do you call it? Smooth round.
Yeah, we do a smooth round. Yeah.
So we have our typical questions, but I like to beat off my own drum. So
Okay.
Yeah,
I love it.
so-
I watched some of your clips on your YouTube and the music that you're playing, which I don't think is probably your typical music that you play. So what are your go-to, like if you're trying to get hyped up, workout songs?
Well, I'm not sure which clips you watched, but so typically I am truly, people are like, I like all music, but I truly do, like, across all genres.
Yeah.
There's so much that I like. But for working out, I tend to do like, it's so weird, like, I'm starting to get into house music for working out, which I never thought I would be like I'm like,
Faster
never
workout.
thought I would be that person, which nothing wrong with house music, because you always got to watch yourself, but that's just anything that gets the energy up.
Like
was
already
what
gets
I'm
your heart
gonna go.
rate going when
Yes,
you feel it building already.
yes, and then
I love
for mobility and yoga, it's going to be something
A little more mellow.
mellow, like lo-fi chill is
Yes.
what I'll go
Yeah.
for.
Yeah, I like that.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. See, Elisa went to my smooth round already.
Sorry, I was
it's
anxious
okay.
to ask
It's
that
okay.
question.
It's okay. But no,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go back
Okay.
to our questions that we have for
Okay.
you. Though. But can you share like a success story that somebody has told you that they have actually been watching your videos and just
Yes.
following you,
Yes.
and somebody reached out to you and said, "Hey, thank you for this," and they told you a success story. Can you like share something that
Yeah,
somebody told you?
so I'm still the channel is still pretty new. In a YouTube world, your channel can be 5 years old and it's still pretty new, because
Yes, it
growth
is.
is slow,
Yes,
and
it
building
is.
community is
It's
slow.
slow.
It takes
Slow.
time. But there have been, many comments of just, I really enjoyed that workout. I needed that today. I enjoyed it from start to finish. Just little things like that, just to know that I made a difference.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's so crazy how it could be someone in Mexico, and it's like, here I am over here,
Yeah,
and it's just
yeah.
like the massive reach. That's one of the greatest things about having the YouTube
Yes.
channel. It's like people on the other side of the world you're connecting
That's
with.
right.
But
That's
what
right.
I want to see more of in the comments is, what I want is to people not ever be shy. Like, say what you want to see less of, or if there's something you want to see, then say,
Right.
I want more of this type of workout. Or if you have questions, like, I'm here, I'm real, I'm not AI, I'm a person.
She's a person.
I'm a person. I'm here. I'm real. I want to connect. I want to lend support. I want to build up community, so that as a community we can support each other,
That's right.
especially on those days when it's like life gets in the way,
Yeah,
and if you're feeling down on yourself, because I just want to boost people up, and I
Yeah,
really want
yeah.
to reach out to women and get them to feel that self-worth, that rise in confidence,
Yes.
that's going to literally spill over into every area of life.
I love that.
When I
love
was
it.
teaching, in actual fitness studios, I had some come in. They were with me for years, but like could come in, couldn't hardly lift a 3-pound weight, and then next thing you know, they're getting out the big dogs.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
like strength builds.
But you watched
and
that progression,
stamina.
though.
Yes,
You watched that progression.
it's cool.
Yeah,
And like
yeah.
some, come in with their weight loss goals and
Yeah.
dropped a lot of weight over the years I've seen, because the key is, and the common thread is consistency.
Yeah.
you
I
know,
love
and just
it.
keeping at it.
I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So fitness, I mean, is tied into a lot of your channel, but do you have anybody that reaches out to you about like the nutrition side of things as well?
Yeah, you know, and there's be different times where we'll notice different kind of buzzwords and hot
Yes.
topics
Right.
coming along right now. Perimenopause, right, is having a moment out
Right.
there,
Right.
but that's important because that used to be something that
Nobody
no
talked
one
about.
ever talked about. And like here you are as a woman just feeling straight crazy.
Right.
Like
Right.
what's happening to my body
Right.
and my mind. And now those conversations are starting and it's
Mhm.
very real. But yeah, so protein intake and what supplements are you taking? Collagen is a big one that I take that I often will talk about the benefits. Creatine is amazing. It is actually one of the most researched supplements out there.
Really?
So yes,
Say that's a hot word right now too.
it is hot, and as remember, you know, it used to be. It's like you thought of creatine. You thought of that big
Yes.
chunk,
Yeah,
and you know muscles and
yeah,
like
yeah,
in the
yeah,
gym and
yeah.
beef up, and it's like it's not like that.
No.
Creatine actually has brain supporting benefits, so it's brain protective. It's like putting more gas into your muscles
Yeah.
to boost your workouts. It's going to help with muscle recovery. So that is a major one. And then, you know, on the protein side, I do try to, I do take a whey protein if I don't feel that I get enough from my food. So that's the other thing that is a big focus of mine is eating real food.
Right.
Because these processed foods, you know, they're not the greatest. We know that.
Yeah.
And our health outcomes are showing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So
amazing.
you pay for that convenience. I hate to cook, but
I-
and you know what's going in your food that
Absolutely.
way.
Right.
You know, and it is healthier for you. Because
Yeah.
if you can't pronounce it,
Oh.
maybe don't
Don't
want
eat
to put
it,
that
yeah.
in your body. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So you started a cooking channel now too?
Yeah, you might as well. And
I need some.
we'll promote you too, so don't worry about it. We'll
I
promote
do
you. Yeah,
have
yeah.
I have some tools that they're free tools that I just offer to anyone who wants them. Just send me your email and it's a clean eating program.
Oh, that's
What's the name
with
of it?
recipes. Just give me that credit. It's not a so it's like a document that I'll send to
Okay,
you.
okay.
It's like a PDF that you can track. It's going to tell you it's got a grocery shopping list. You don't
Oh,
even
that's
have to
convenient.
think
That's awesome.
about it.
That's awesome.
It's going to tell you what to go snatch up from the store,
Yeah.
and all you have to do is, and that's can be the hardest part, is make the time to prep. The
Yes,
prep work,
yeah.
you know. But there's tips
Yeah.
and tricks for food prep to kind of
Yeah.
make it go smoothly.
I think it's awesome. It
That's
includes
awesome.
that
Yeah.
grocery list because it's like a lot of people just don't even know where to start. Like, what do I buy?
And it gets so
Right.
overwhelming, and then that's how things can get discouraging. It's
Right.
like I just
Like,
don't
why am I
even
even
want to.
trying?
Yeah.
Why am I even trying? On top of the millions of other things on your to-do
Right.
list, it can fall off
Overwhelming, yeah,
real
yeah.
quick.
Yeah,
I get that. I get
Yeah.
that.
So, have you been hitting the key word community, right?
Yeah.
So, and that's what Cornhole with Smooth is all about, right? So, Cornhole is just the foundation,
Yeah.
and I continue to build on it, right? So,
Yes.
I was talking to Rhea about having different guests on, and she brought up your name. And Rhea is one of your good friends.
Yes.
That's wifey, and she said you'll be an amazing guest. And
Oh, that's
I mean,
wonderful.
and you
Appreciate
speak the same language we speak about
Yeah.
community, and you're doing something for the community also, and I love that for
it.
you.
Yeah.
You know, continue to push with that also, and
Yes.
it's just a perfect fit and a perfect wavelength for us to have you on here with us to talk about just what you do in the community, and we can just bring everything together.
Yeah.
And my motto is, you know, Cornhole with Smooth, we bring the community together one bag at a time. So it actually
Yes.
mean that because this is what
Yes.
we're doing right now. So
Yes,
that's just amazing. So like,
it is.
is it any kind of advice for, you know, for women that, just women in general that may face other struggles besides work life that you can give them to kind of push them forward to, you know, get into the light of working out more? Because it's not just work life, it's going to be mental, mental health and all that
mental's a
stuff. Yeah, so
huge thing.
what
Oh
are some
my
other
God.
advice you can give people that's struggling with that?
Well,
you know?
I'll just be candid and share. You know, and it's nothing to be ashamed. It's common. I too struggle with mental health issues, with depression, anxiety. I've had times of my life where it's more, times when it's less. And I can promise that working out and eating clean is medicine. It really is, because when the world is falling apart around you, and maybe it's not, you know, sometimes things can be fine outwardly, but inwardly they're
Struggling.
not
Struggling,
fine, and you're
yeah.
just struggling,
Yeah.
and maybe you can't pinpoint why. Let your self-care be your common thread. Let it be your consistent. You know, come back home to you, take care of you. And I find something so motivating in really, for any goal in life, but for the fitness wellness aspect, is really honing in on your whys. Why? And that's personal to each individual. Why for you? Is it that you want to live independently for as long as possible? You may not be thinking of yourself old and gray at this time, but I promise, like taxes, it's coming, right? It's coming for all of us.
Yes.
So how do you want to be living in that stage of your life? Do you want people to have to come assist you to rise up out of your chair? You don't want that, right? So it's the choices that we make today that are really going to create that life for us later on. So I think of present April is always thinking of little old lady April, and what does she want to do? And she wants to be in the garden and able to pick up her groceries. I don't want to be helpless,
right?
And if you have children, do you want to be able to play with your grandchildren and get down on the floor with them and play with them? Because you're not going to be able to if you don't take care of your body. So it's this list of whys. And you know what? If your list is why is as I want to have a hot girl summer and I'm trying to wear this bikini, then let that be, it's personal to you, So it's really, and like putting pen to paper, I know that's old school, but I'm old school in that way, and I believe that. And if you put it in a note on your phone, make it your screensaver till it gets in, and really you have to connect with it, and that's personal to you. So it's not what makes me tick, it's what makes you tick.
Make it intentional.
So identify it. Think about it, identify it, write it down, and then go a step further, and I want you to say it out loud to someone. One of your loved ones, maybe someone that's gonna kind of kick your ass.
Keep you accountable.
Like not literally, but just like, hey, didn't you say you were gonna, but someone to kind of keep you on track, because that's the first key, I think, to reaching any goal is the moment you say it out loud, it's like, uh-oh, now I got to do something about it.
Somebody's holding you accountable and watching what you're doing.
And you don't disappoint yourself. Make a promise to yourself, be intentional, keep your promise to yourself. Don't disappoint yourself.
So I'll circle back to the mental health piece of it, because I think that is a big thing that maybe not a lot, it's becoming more talked about, but still probably not as much so. With your social media presence, maybe you don't always get that feedback, but have you had people approach you and say that they've seen any improvements, like making those changes to their mental health, or even family, friends that you've given that advice to?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, because you've accomplished something, If you are someone that doesn't normally take a walk, oh my God, taking a walk can put you in the most meditative, if you're struggling with a problem or some dark emotions, like really just to get out in nature. And you don't have to go to the forest, it can be your own backyard, you just walking around the blocks, put on your favorite podcast, because I have podcasts on all the time when I'm walking, and then it never fails. When I get back home, I am better. I am better from the inside out. It's not going to solve all your problems, and I'm not a doctor. I just pretend to be one on the internet. But there have been many studies that show that in some cases, it can be almost as effective as some medications. So it truly, the endorphin boost you're getting, and just the mental release. So as you'll see a lot of yoga on my channel, because just literally taking some time sometimes to just lay on the floor in child's pose and just take some deep breaths. Even that, just taking a pause in your chaotic day can sometimes just be all you need.
Making time for yourself.
Sit with yourself,
feeling accomplished. Even if it's a walk around the block, you've got something done for the day.
And I think what prevents some people is just like, they feel guilty sometimes because they're like taking away time from their kids, time from their boo, time from,
but you gotta have time
like,
to yourself also.
You have to, because, and that really breaks my heart when anyone has a sense of guilt about like working out and taking that time, because you have to realize it's going to make you better in every area.
right.
It's going to make you better for the people that you love.
Yep.
You know, what do they always say on the plane? Put your life vest on first,
Yeah,
right?
yes,
You know,
yeah.
so it's kind of like that similar concept.
Yes.
Yeah.
Especially if it's playing into the mental health piece, it's making you a better person. How can that
Yeah.
do anything else but benefit your family,
Yeah,
your friends, people
yeah.
you're around?
Yeah, that's always it's not nothing negative about it.
Yeah.
It can only help you,
Absolutely.
and don't feel like you have to scale the whole mountain.
Yeah.
You know, in January, what happens
Yeah.
every January? Everyone's all New Year, New
Yeah,
Me,
right,
and then
right.
by March, it's like you done fell off
Yeah.
and you're back. You know, but like you have to think of this whole fitness, health, wellness thing. It's not a seasonal project.
That's right.
It is
That's
a
right.
lifelong journey.
Right.
And in the end, and I don't mean to sound dark or macabre, but in the end, we as individuals, we really are all we've got
That's right.
to for ourselves and for our loved ones. Don't you want to be the best
Right.
that you can?
Yeah.
And you get
Yeah.
one shot at life.
Right.
How
That's
do you
it.
want to feel as you go through this life? Do you want to be feeling miserable?
Yeah.
Do you want to be bloated every day? Do you want to be, you know, just
Right.
having all these health? You want your body riddled with inflammation
Yeah.
because that's what's happening with these processed foods. It's
Mhm.
just constant inflammation, which once you get started on the inflammation train, you're going to have a whole host.
Issues,
You're going to have a
yeah.
whole host of medical conditions
Right.
that will result from that.
Yeah, so April, you have your own brand,
Yeah.
VibeWell Fitness, right? Let's dig a little bit into that. Talk about your YouTube channel. Tell people what you're doing right now.
Yes.
You know, to push your brand forward.
Yeah, so typically you'll get a long form video from me every week of some sort of workout. I don't have a planned ahead schedule that I typically put out, but you'll see kind of in my channel kind of a rotation and a pattern. So I do upload a free workout every Sunday. So sometimes you're going to get a full 45-minute HIIT workout that's going to give you your weights, your cardio, and your core, because don't leave out that core, because that's the other thing. When I was searching for workouts to do myself, I was like, it said total body, but what about my core? We did my body, but we didn't do my core.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
it's like, when I say total body, I mean total body. So you'll get some of those sometimes. Sometimes you're going to get a 15-minute gentle morning yoga, you know, with some encouraging words to help you
Yeah.
get started on your
Yeah.
day. Sometimes it's going to be 15 minutes of upper body because someone needs something short to just
Right.
fit in, or just real quick that day. So it's just going to be a number of different things. Peppered in is going to be some wellness, nutrition
Yeah.
tips, sometimes talking about various supplements. So
Yeah.
it runs the gamut.
I love it. I love it. I love it. So Alisse over here being humble, right? She's into fitness herself.
Oh, I
So,
love it.
This is a great connection for you two to get
Yes.
together. You guys can
Wonderful.
do some stuff together
Yes,
also.
that's
So
wonderful.
I love trying to bring people
Bring the
together.
community.
Hey, that's
That's
what
we're
I
here
try to do, right?
Yes.
I try to do. So
yes.
we're gonna get back to the smooth round.
Yes. Okay.
I got a few questions for you.
Okay.
Since Alisse already started, so
I
I'll
jumped the
in
gun
there,
because
yeah.
hey, that doesn't have to be an
It
ending
doesn't,
thing.
it
It can
doesn't.
be peppered in there
Yes.
too,
It can be
right?
peppered in.
Sprinkles,
We can
salted
pepper it in.
salt.
So we're gonna start the smooth
Yes.
round.
Okay.
With the first question is gonna be, what's your favorite color?
Okay. I love pink. All things pink, but specifically, I love a blush pink. And if it's not mauve. Don't get it twisted. It's not nude. It's a very specific blush pink.
Blush
I'm all
pink.
about the pink.
I love
Yes.
it. I love it.
Yeah,
I love
another
it.
thing in common.
Yeah, see.
When
There you
I'm an
go.
elderly woman,
Yeah.
I'm going to have rose gold hair.
Okay, I love that.
We
You know,
love
that's-
rose
That makes
gold.
me think of Grease.
Yeah.
Grease?
Yeah,
The
yeah,
movie
yeah.
Grease?
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
Sorry.
Rose gold.
Yes.
Rose gold is one of your friends' favorite colors.
Yes, I know it.
I know.
So we're pink ladies. We're pink ladies together, but yes.
So this was not on your list of questions that we sent, but one that I love to ask, and one that I always ask at work when we're talking to people we're potentially going to hire. What is your favorite Adam Sandler movie?
Oh my God, you came.
This tells us the dynamic of our office, like, because we all have our favorites.
Oh my God. So I have to say The Wedding Singer. Is that a good answer?
Yes, that's
no,
mine. It
I
is
feel
mine, I
like,
swear.
are you lying
I'm
to
not.
me?
The Wedding Singer and 50 First Dates are my favorite.
Because
Adam Sandler movies.
because I reached back into the
Yes.
archives.
I mean, that's where you gotta go.
I mean,
That's where you have
he's
to go.
kind of living in the archives. Well, doesn't he have a new? Doesn't he
Happy
have a new?
Happy
Happy
Gilmore.
Gilmore,
It's on
yeah.
Netflix.
Yep.
We
Yes.
watched it. Yeah.
Yep, yes.
Yep.
My man tried to put it on the other night, and it's just different moods, different nights, and I was like, no, I want violence tonight. I choose violence. You know.
It's one of those
Let's go,
days, you know?
yeah.
I get that.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
but yeah, Wedding Singer for me is a classic.
My favorite.
It's
I
a
love
good
that.
time.
That's a great answer.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's awesome. So, what is one of your favorite outside activities?
So, as I kind of mentioned earlier, I am a big walker. Walker will change your mental, okay? It really will. It will help you solve problems. But what I like to do on my walks, and this is another hot topic, is I like to strap on a weighted vest.
Okay.
And every woman in their 40s is out here wearing their weighted vest. And I thought I'd feel like a weirdo in the streets, but you really don't, because everywhere I look, it's like, oh,
Everyone
there
has
she goes, there she goes.
Yeah.
I got a black one because sweat, and I'm like,
It's
how
more
are you gonna?
subtle.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it's like, but I like the pink
Yeah.
ones. But I was just say, so weighted vest is so cool because it kind of is just going to turn your walk into kind of a resistance training workout
okay.
because of that extra weight. It is going to build up your bone health. So if you've got concerns about maybe future osteoporosis, that's something that we need to start thinking about now, not when the doctor tells you down the road, oh, your bone is looking a little brittle. So like, let's start thinking about that today. Strap on that weighted vest. Start lighter than you think you'll need, because then you can always build up, you know. So just get you one and then get on Facebook Marketplace and sell it, and then you just get you another one and keep building up that way. But bone health, you'll burn extra calories without having to work out longer or harder just by strapping that on. And I am sweating like a beast by the time.
It's like
I
an
get home.
Amazon find. Is that where you?
It's an Amazon find.
Okay.
I even did a piece of content on it a while ago, and even linked the Amazon. The one
nice.
I think people think that it's like, oh, here comes, that's the sponsored
Oh,
link.
she gets
or here
commission
she
off
comes.
of it. Yeah.
I don't, but if someone wants to give me some commission or sponsor, I don't have anything. It literally anything I talk about or put out, it's because I myself have used it and I liked it. I wouldn't talk about things I didn't like. And even if someone was, trying to throw me some sponsorship, I wouldn't care about the money, and I'm not trying to sell anything.
Right.
I will not talk about things I don't believe in.
It has to be something you would actually want to use and promote.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
That makes
That's what's up.
Yes.
That's
What
up.
is your favorite meal to cook?
So we're working on the kitchen. I like to keep things simple, but the kitchen time. So this is gonna probably sound pretty boring, but I just think it sets the tone if you get your breakfast right. I love to just fry up an egg in olive oil, not vegetable oil or. Well, is it grass-fed? So it's like you got to think of these different things. If it's grass-fed, maybe for a special day, but you don't want to go all Paula Deen with the butter, So it's like, we all love butter.
Yeah.
I love it too, but olive oil, because of, the heart health benefits, brain health, the olive oil is the way to go. Fry up your egg and then slice you up an avocado and then put some of that everything but the bagel seasoning on it. If you know, you know. Do you know? Okay, she knows.
He doesn't know.
He doesn't know. Just go to Trader Joe's.
He's gonna know. He's gonna know.
Go to Trader Joe's, get you some of this everything but the bagel seasoning, sprinkle that on top of those avocado slices, and then maybe give you maybe blister up some cherry tomatoes with it.
Yeah.
Have you a banana along with it, because what you're going to get there is you want to always aim for every meal to have a protein, a carb, and a fat. So you're kind of getting it all. You're starting your day off right. You're not grabbing that donut or grabbing that protein bar, which we all know how that's going to make us feel.
Yeah.
Kind of heavenly in the moment,
Yeah.
but then
That's really
you're
sustaining
going to be
food.
crashing.
Yeah.
You're going to be feeling like a rock is sitting in your stomach. Your
Right.
energy is going to slam down, and you're going to be hungry real quick.
Yep.
Because it's just not sustainable. So protein, carb, and a fat, and I love to do that. That's something I make over and over. Sometimes in the colder months, I like to break out the Instant Pot. I'm a big fan, and I'll do like a sweet potato lentil stew.
Oh, that sounds good.
Yep, and then just eat on that for days. I don't care.
And it's convenient. You don't
It's
gotta cook.
convenient.
multiple
No, you
meals,
throw
did
all
meal
that in
prep?
there,
Yeah.
and Instant Pots are so fast.
They are.
So you'll have that done in like 15
That's awesome.
minutes. Yeah, and sweet potatoes and lentils, just the health benefits that are in each of these. So
Hmm.
those are a couple of mine, yeah.
All right. So I got one last question for you, right?
Yes.
So what is your favorite go-to karaoke song?
Ooh, okay. So I'm not a big karaoke person, but it's really got to be a mood. The last one I recall doing was Shoop by Salt and Pepper.
Okay.
And I think they
Shoop,
took the second
shoop,
verse.
baby.
Here I go, here I go.
Oh, wait a minute. And that's the second part of my question. You have to sing the song.
Oh!
So you got to sing it now. Since you already started, you got to sing your stuff.
How do we get the beat? I go, here I go, here I go. Okay, girls, what's my weakness, man? Okay, then chillin'. And that shows you my age right there, guys. Okay, I was about
This
to
is the old crew right here.
I know, right?
Let's go.
We
But
can
and
tell.
the young crew also, but she halfway
She's with us.
Yeah,
I'm
she's with us.
approaching.
Yeah, you're with us in soul, yes.
But like truly, you know, this is what Cornhole Smooth means to me. You know, this me sitting here in the middle, bringing you guys together.
Yay!
You guys
That's so awesome.
did not know each other at
No,
all. And
we
you guys have a
don't.
lot of similarities and things like that. You know, it means a lot to me. So
Not just
I
that,
appreciate that.
as we're talking
Yeah.
earlier, we found out you needed work done at the house. My
Yeah.
husband's in
Yes!
construction.
Shout out to
Making
Mike Whitelaw. Shout out
connections.
to Mike Whitelaw.
Yes!
Shout out to my boy.
That's amazing.
That was a
Yeah,
big thing we
yeah.
wanted to do when
Yeah.
we started this, was make it a community,
Community.
not just of cornhole,
Yeah.
but like introducing different
For
things. So we have a
sure.
chiropractor and
That's amazing.
real estate agents,
That's
like all kinds
amazing.
of things.
Yeah.
Your beautiful wife is
Yeah.
not only my friend, but my real
Shout
estate.
out to Ree, baby.
Realtor
Realtor
Ree.
Ree.
And
Shout
I
out
was
to
like,
Ree.
I don't
Yeah.
think long and hard about our friendship and if you actually want to work with me, because I am a legit nightmare. Not to my community. Now I'm here to help, but I'm just saying, like, don't like partner with me to like sell it. Oh, don't have me buy a house because I'm a nightmare to work with.
Yeah.
But yeah, Sarita got me straight.
She took care of you.
So,
Yeah,
and then we
she
got
did.
this lovely studio.
That's
out of
right.
it.
We
So,
love
yeah.
it. We love it.
Yes.
We love it. Well, April, it's been amazing
Thank you.
sitting down having this smooth
It has
conversation
been.
with you.
It has been so fun.
So much that I've learned, even though I did the
Same,
same
yeah.
thing.
And that
to
I've learned about
Elise.
you.
Yeah,
So this
yeah.
is amazing.
Oh yeah, so we gotta sit
Yeah.
down some more and talk
I would
some
love to,
more, you
yeah.
know, and get some things together and things like that.
Mhm.
But no, we had a wonderful time here at the studio
Thank
here
you.
in Southside of St. Louis, baby.
VibeWell Fitness
Duluth,
Studio.
the VibeWell Fitness Studio.
Yes.
Yeah, tell everybody where they can find you at.
Yes, so you can find me on YouTube at VibeWell Fitness. I have Instagram, and that I think also it's either VibeWell Fitness or VibeWell_Fitness.
I'm gonna link it.
Yeah, it's gonna be linked. Don't you worry. I'm on TikTok. I am everywhere. You cannot get away from me. So
Yeah, that's
come
awesome.
in. Yes.
Make sure you guys follow, subscribe,
Yes,
comment,
please.
share, do all
All
that.
the
You know,
things,
all the things.
Appreciate you.
Yeah, VibeWell Fitness in the
Yeah.
building. Yes.
Yes.
And also, before we always leave, we
Yeah.
gotta give a shout out to our sponsors. Two weeks
2
to
weeks.
drop it. Yeah, we'll be dropping this episode in 2 weeks.
Our final episode will be dropped in 2 weeks.
Our final
the
episode
season.
of the season. This is
Oh, your
episode
season
10.
finale.
We have one or two more before we do that, but you right there. You right there.
Okay,
You right there. You
yeah,
right
bringing
there.
it to a close.
Yeah, bring it to a
Okay.
close. We appreciate you
Yes,
again.
I appreciate you guys.
This
Thanks
is-
so much.
Jake Smooth with Cornhole with Smooth, and that is.
Alisse Whitelaw.
And we out.
Yay.
Peace.